Hey, good morning, everybody. Today is Friday, April 15th, 2015. My name is Cliff Backus, and this is your pushbuttonstocktrading.com daily video market review. Just a quick note before we get started. I'll be away on vacation for the next 10 days, and while I will be keeping track of client portfolios, I won't be producing a daily video market review or commentary. The next review and commentary will be on Tuesday, April 26th. See you then. Okay, let's get started this morning with our Spectrum Analyzer. It's important that we identify where the leadership in the market is. To that end, we use HGSI, High Growth Stock Investors Spectrum Analyzer, to identify market leadership on a daily basis. So let's get started with that. Yesterday, of the top 100 most powerful stocks in the most powerful industry groups, 7 came from the banking industry, 7 from biotechnology. We had 6 airline stocks, 5 investment management stocks, and rounding out the top 5, we had healthcare facilities. We've been seeing quite a bit of airlines recently and a little bit of biotechs. These may be a good place to begin looking for leadership in this market. Let's take a quick look at the Russell 2000. Yesterday we noted that the next minor area of resistance for the Russell 2000 was going to be the 200-day moving average. Note how yesterday we came up, we tagged the 200, and we backed off. If we're able to take out the 200-day moving average, the next area of resistance may be this trend line. I am not all that concerned about the trend line. Followed by resistance down here in the 1140 area. As we've been noting, I think the Russell 2000 is the key to the market going forward. And before I become more bullish on the market, I really would like to see the Russell 2000 take out the 1140 area. We've got a little bit of resistance between here and there, and the Russell may need to consolidate for a little bit here before it moves on higher. That noted, let's see what the NASDAQ Composite's up to. But before we do that, let's talk about the market. Yesterday, stocks were mixed on light trading volume as the market consolidated recent gains. The NASDAQ inched lower while the S&P closed barely higher. This is pretty reasonable behavior for the market after the advances of earlier this week. Our market timing model is on a buy signal. A buy signal indicates that both aggressive and conservative traders can buy, but we shouldn't be increasing margin at this point. The lack of names on our universal watch list remains a bit of a concern, although this morning we added another 2 names, bringing the current total to 40. In a healthy market, we generally have between 50 and 90 stocks on the universal watch list. The weakness in our universal watch list indicates weakness in the market leadership, although the recent trend seems to be more bullish. Declining issues edged advancers by a little bit better than a 5-4 margin yesterday. The New York Stock Exchange advanced decline line continues to look bullish. New highs bettered new lows yesterday, and our new high, new low indicator is on a tentative buy signal, as is the McClellan oscillator. According to our Ramosi ratio, small capitalization stocks bettered large again yesterday. This is encouraging to the bulls, although large caps continue to outperform on a 10-day moving average basis. Bulls would prefer to see small caps outperform. We remain cautiously bullish on the market. Traders may want to take advantage of any weakness that develops in the market to add to or tweak their portfolios, but as always, be careful and keep your stops in place. Okay, yesterday the NASDAQ Composite was down 1.53 points, or 0.03%. We closed at 49.45, closed right about the middle of our daily trading range. Note we held support here in the 4,900 area, that's bullish. Trading volume was below average and below the prior day. For you followers of William O'Neill, we are in a confirmed uptrend on the market. We've been either in a confirmed uptrend or an uptrend under pressure since February 18th. Right now, we have 4 distribution days on the NASDAQ Composite. But note that at the close of business today, we will lose this distribution day, which will leave us with 3 distribution days in the past month. That's a very reasonable distribution count. Right now, the NASDAQ Composite is bracketed by support down here in the 4,900 area and resistance up here in the 5,164 range. Our market timing model is on a buy signal, which, as we noted earlier, indicates that both aggressive and conservative traders can buy here, but we shouldn't be increasing margin at this point. Let's take a look at the S&P 500. S&P yesterday was up 0.36 points, or 0.02%. We closed at 2082, again, right about the middle of our daily trading range. Trading volume was well below average and was below the prior day. The S&P 500 is in a confirmed uptrend. We have 5 distribution days on the S&P in the past month. 5 distribution days is quite a bit, but is less of a concern given that the NASDAQ Composite has 4 and tomorrow we'll have 3 distribution days. We're not seeing a lot of institutional selling in the market right now. The S&P is bracketed by support here in the 2044 area and resistance up here in the 2116 range. Our market timing model is on a buy signal. Got 2 stocks I want to take a look at real quick here. Before I go on vacation, I want to call your attention again to INC Research Holdings. INC Research provides phase 1 to phase 4 clinical development services for the biopharmaceutical and medical device industries. The stock is working on this first stage base with a pivot point up here in the 50-40 area. Right now, INC gets a 72% checklist rating. It says here 68. I forgot to change that this morning before I did the review. And we have a lot of accumulation over here on the right side of the chart. I was kind of hoping, and still am hoping, that we put in a little bit of a handle here. We've got a nice cup base, as we can see traced out right here. I'd like to see it put in a handle on lower trading volume. We want to see trading volume below average and sloping downward as the handle develops. If we don't develop a handle, we have a pivot point of $50.40. The stock can be bought on a breakout above that level on at least 140% of average daily volume. But look for a handle to develop in INC, and that would be healthy. If we put in the handle, our buy point is going to be the high of the handle, which would be right here. Next stock I want to take a look at is Rubicon Project. Rubicon provides cloud advertising software and hardware that automates and optimizes real-time trading of digital advertising. I want to go a little bit longer to look at Rubicon. We'll take a look at a 2-year chart on Rubicon. And I want to point out this base that's forming. We had an opportunity to buy Rubicon back here on a breakout from a first stage double bottom base. If you didn't get the stock there, we're putting in another first stage base right here with a pivot point in the 2059 area. Rubicon right now gets an 84% checklist rating. It's a very high checklist rating. Rubicon's worth keeping an eye on here. If we were to break above the 2059 area, Rubicon may be a good buy by both conservative and aggressive traders. We also may see Rubicon put in a handle here, and that would be worth keeping an eye on as well. If we were to put in a handle, we would want to see Rubicon break above this area on at least 140% of average daily volume. That's about all I have today. Have a good week or so, and I will see you again on April 26th. If you want to talk about any of the stocks mentioned today or any of our market strategies, please feel free to give me a call. drop me an email, or make an appointment. Come by the office, see what we're up to. Contact information is on the home page. Please take a minute to go to our subscription page and subscribe to Push Button Stock Trading. You can also follow us on Twitter at PushButtonStock. Again, my name is Cliff Backus. That's your daily video market review. Have a safe and profitable day. Keep your stops in place, and I will see you again tomorrow. Please stay tuned for our important disclaimers. All the best. Disclaimers. Push Button Stock Trading Video Market Review is produced and edited by Clifford B. Backus. Mr. Backus is a Senior Vice President of Investments, Technical Analyst, Portfolio Manager, and Partner with the investment firm of Ohanneson Liqueurs, Incorporated. Video Market Review is produced solely for the benefit of our clients, friends, and colleagues. Anything written, stolen, and/or plagiarized in this publication is done without malice. Further, the analysis and opinions expressed in this publication are strictly those of the editor and not of Ohanneson Liqueurs, Incorporated, its affiliates, subsidiaries, or any of the officers or employees of Ohanneson Liqueurs, Inc. On that note, we submit the following. The analysis, calculations, and evaluations presented herein are based on data and assumptions Ohanneson Liqueurs, Incorporated believes to be accurate. Ohanneson Liqueurs, Incorporated makes no representation that such analysis or calculations are accurate or that such valuations represent levels at which actual trades may occur. This report has been prepared from original sources, except where otherwise noted, and data we believe to be reliable. Ohanneson Liqueurs, Inc., its affiliates and subsidiaries, and/or their officers and employees or their families may from time to time acquire, hold, or sell a position in the securities mentioned herein. Moreover, opinions may differ from one entity to the next. If we are used in connection with the purchase or sale of any security discussed in this report, we may act as principal for our own account or as agent for both the buyer and the seller. Push Button Stock Trading is dedicated to the education of friends, clients, and paid subscribers. Push Button Stock Trading is an information service only. The information provided herein is not to be construed as an offer to buy or sell stocks of any kind. Push Button Stock Trading is created to aid subscribers in making informed investment decisions based wholly or in part on technical analysis. It's possible that at this time or some subsequent date, the editors of Push Button Stock Trading may own, buy, or sell the investments presented. All investors should consult a qualified professional before making any investment. The information provided has been obtained from sources deemed to be reliable, but it is not guaranteed as to the accuracy or completeness. The editors of Push Button Stock Trading make every effort to provide timely information to subscribers, but cannot guarantee specific delivery times due to factors beyond our control.